Okay, so the panel is ready to go in the frame, so now I have to assemble the frame. These frames are hardwood. They're deck lumber from Home Depot. I buy a package. They come in a set of 18 40-inch long, 40 something inch long. It's about 42-inch long. I cut them down to size. And they're hard outdoor lumber, so they're basically weather resistant. And I also put a coating of polyurethane. This one is clear. You can paint it if you want, but I like the natural look of the lumber. So I apply a coat of polyurethane to them and cut two grooves in on the inside, one for the panel and one for the cover sheet, and basically cut a 45-degree end on both, so it's like making a picture frame. And now connecting, I'm screwing them together. I first I have a frame, a corner holder. It's something to keep the lumber in line in that 40-degree line. And then I pre-drill a hole just to prevent any splitting. I pre-drill a hole for the screws. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm getting the drill ready to pre-drill the hole for the screw. Once I have the hole pre-drilled, then I can drill it. I can screw in that side and secure it. It's a little tricky on my table because my table is kind of flimsy. I don't really have a lab. I just use a computer desk with a 40 by 36-inch piece of lumber. And it's plywood right now. And so I have to really hold it so it'll keep its shape while I screw it in. So now I'm ready for the screw. It's got this pre-drill hole in it, so now it's time to screw it in. And you want to make sure it's aligned properly because you want the inside grooves to line up so that the acrylic sheet will just slide right in. It never happens. Well, sometimes it happens that it slides right in, but there's a little effort that you have to apply, and you have to hold it so that those grooves line up together, or it won't accept the sheets as they come in. So that's what I'm doing. Make sure the grooves are lined up before you screw it in. It's hard to see. I'm sorry about my rear being towards the camera, but this is a selfie video, so basically the camera is in one position and I'm just doing my best to show what I do, how I put it together. So that side seems to be done. So now it's time to, that other piece is the last piece that goes on there after the frame, after the sheets are in. So now it's time for the panel to go in. And see, it's the negative and positive leads are there already. I didn't show my connection of the negative side, but it's basically the same as the positive side, except it doesn't have the diode. And they're secured and they're threaded through the two middle vent holes that I drilled before. Remember, there was four on top and two on the bottom. The additional two on top were for the output leads. Now sliding this in here could be difficult because um, the acrylic was cut with a machine saw, and the acrylic is plastic, so the heat from the saw uh, can, causes a buildup on the edges. So it's wise to make sure that the edges are smooth to give a good fit to make it easier to slide in, because I just made the grooves in the panel. I didn't want to make them too wide to have too much play. So the dimensions are kind of tight. So if there's any buildup or residue on the edges, it makes it difficult to slide the sheets in. And that's the difficulty I'm having here. It's not going in as smooth as I'd like. So if I realize that I should take it out and check the edges and make sure there's no residue on it. So you see, it's kind of difficult to put it in there right now. So I take it out and check the edges. Seem one side is fine, but the other side isn't, and there's residue on the edges. So just pick those off and file it down, make sure it's smooth. Right. Now once it's smooth, it should go right in. Now I'm sorry I didn't this is not a complete video because I didn't show all the steps, but it's fairly self-explanatory. Once this sheet goes in, then the other sheet, there are two grooves in the wood, in the lumber, one for the panel with the cells and another for the cover sheet. So this is the panel with the cells, and then after that I'll install the cover sheet. So you see it slides right in, and that's the panel installed.